What is the one thing you think we as young leaders lack that we need to crucially work on?
Humility. So
Humility,
mostly,
yeah.
yes.
Would you ever assume leadership in terms of an educator, a teacher?
I would.
You would.
I would.
You love children? No.
No, wait,
No.
wait.
No.
I have a certain relationship with children. So
Okay, that's very not understandable.
No, it is.
That's very says not
like,
convincing.
I've learned to separate the leader and Sinothando.
Good, please shake my hand. Benji, that's on camera.
I've learned. Kids are very curious beings. So they've probably already started thinking about these things, seeing them on the television, the internet, and reading about them. So putting something like life orientation as a course for them is very essential. So because it also teaches them how not to venture into such things yet.
Yeah, but you know there's always a backstory in your head where you're like, you know what? I'm being told this, but how about I just try, like what if I just went the other way? Just say you're given a chance to run for presidency. Would you ever consider that?
I would.
You would?
I would.
So you want to run for president?
I would definitely run for president.
Wait, so you want to run for president and then go home to a husband who's leading you?
Yes, why not?
As a president of the country. I want you to talk to the young girls and just say whatever comes to your mind. This is sexy. I hope you guys see how sexy this is.
I'm really trying.
Okay, let me just get it. What's up, guys? You're watching Behind the Cover with the same host, same place, same everything, except today we're joined by the president. And no, I don't mean cereal. My guest today joins me for a talk around leadership with regards to young people as a fellow young leader and a lot more. Please help me welcome Sinothando Cili.
Hello, guys.
Did I get your surname right?
Yes, you did.
Is that Zulu?
Yeah, it's Zulu.
Yeah, dope. How are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, thanks. So for people who may not know, when I say president, I mean female president at campus, right?
Yes.
And I just want to start right then and there, and just jump into it same time. So you're somebody that I've been observing, not just as a leader by title, but also because you embody that concept in so many other different ways. How long do you recall the first time, or the first time periods do you recall gaining interest in assuming leadership positions?
So being a leader has been my thing since primary school. I remember being a prefect.
Sure.
And then I went on to high school, where I also became an RCL. Then my final year of high school, I became the head girl. So leadership has always been something of mine. I did like taking the leadership roles, even like group projects and stuff.
Sure. Well, so head girl means you're also pretty smart, because I think it has something to do with intelligence, right? Because the head girls are usually like the smart ones in class and all that, and so so this has been something. Would you say the people around you somehow influence your leadership ability?
Yes, they do. Most especially my parents.
Sure.
They are very strong-headed figures. So especially my mom. I think I mostly take it from her.
Yeah. So here's my thing. When it comes to leadership, I believe you don't need to certainly be put in positions of leadership for you to embody leadership. You can be a follower. You can be technically a follower, but still embody leadership. But now, when it comes to leadership in our generation, many people have biased opinions, such as guys are better leaders than females, and etc. But today, looking at somebody who's a leader like yourself and you're female, when you look at other fellow leaders, whether it's big or small scale, as you said, classroom prefects, or the people that are working with you in the student leadership forum, or any other particular leadership position, what is the one thing you think we as young leaders lack that we need to crucially work on?
Humility. So
humility.
Mostly, yes.
Being humble.
Yes, being humble.
I'm humble. Benji.
So a lot of young people don't really take humility into account. So when you lead people, it's not about you, it's about them. You need to recognize the fact that you're there for them, not just for you.
Sure.
Having an ego might sometimes overcloud the decisions you take as a leader.
So I want you to answer this question very honestly. Are you humble?
I believe I am.
You believe you are? On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your humility like? If you had to give yourself a mark?
I'd say it's a 7.
You say it's a 7?
Yes, I think you do still need that bit of an ego,
Oh yeah? What for?
Life in general.
Well, as a leader, so speaking of leadership,
but as a leader,
yeah.
No, I don't really think you need much of an ego.
You don't really think you need much of an
Yes,
ego?
you need to be a bit more humble
Sure.
so that you are able to do your work clearly and concisely. So, yeah.
How would you say it's like then being in situations where you now have to lead not only people that are in your age group, but who are older than you? Because we're found in an environment where, I mean, it's a university, so you get to be a leader to those who are your age mates, as well as your elders in terms of age, obviously. So how do you come forth in a way that is respectful, but still adhere to being a good leader? Because at times you have to go against people's opinions. So how would you say you've tackled that? And if you had to maybe remember, what is the hardest situation you were ever in where you were like you had to be tough on somebody very close to you?
So for me, mostly it's respect.
Sure.
I respect people young, older than me, but still I do recognize that I have to get the job done. So I will address things in a respectful manner, hoping to get to the people that I'm addressing. But I do encounter a lot of cases like on a daily where I have to be harsh to the people close to me.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I do have to take the final decisions at times as a leader. So it's not been easy.
Sure.
Of course, I've had back comments like, why are you telling us this? Who are you to tell us this?
A
But
leader.
I'm a leader. I have
Sure.
to take them. So I
Yeah.
can't take them and be angry about it. I have to be like, okay, they've said this, but at least they got the message.
Yeah. Do you find yourself being biased about your own friends in certain positions? Because, in on paper you're a leader, but you still have friends who happen to be under you. So do you like, and I mean this is on camera, but like it's just between you and I,
Yeah,
has there ever been a time where you're like, okay, like this time I just took my friend's side, and then, because they're my friend, although you're a leader, but you had to take your friends back.
I have.
You have.
I'll admit I have.
Sure.
But with that, I've also taken them to the side and told them, this cannot happen again. It really
Sure.
cannot happen
Fair enough.
again.
Fair enough. Yeah. What do you think that does to your love life, in a sense of that you're a leader, and I mean this is a very sexist world, men are the leader, like I'm the leader. So if you're gonna be with a partner who's got that same mentality, there, don't you think your leadership ability is gonna somehow overshadow that, and now there's gonna be an issue? Because I can't have you like trying to lead me, because it's me.
Yeah. So I've learned to separate the leader and Sinothando.
Good, please shake my hand. Benji, that's on camera.
I've learned how to separate that.
No, I really appreciate and admire the fact that you said that. Please carry on.
Yes. So as much as I'm a leader here on campus, outside of campus, I cannot expect myself to lead the person I'm with in a relationship.
So you have no problem with being led, well, in terms of that aspect of life, obviously.
No problem.
Sure. What do you think? Who do you think influenced you in? And now I'm speaking on a much broader conceptual landscape. Maybe like your role models, growing up, the people you watched and aspired to be like, or at least sparked something new to go, I want to do this, I want to do that because I watched this person. Which, if they're women, let's go with women first, and then if they're males, we can also go to males.
So for me, growing up, it was watching women like Michelle Obama.
Oh man.
Love that woman. I love how even though her husband was the president, she was also able to create a own presence and stuff. Like we all.
So she's like what you. So she's like what you spoke about earlier, of like, although you're being led by men, as a partner, but you're still able to go ahead. Okay, carry on. Who else?
And then on the male side, I've not really had a lot of male role models. I won't lie.
That's sexist.
It's not sexist, but it's just looking at it like I'm a woman.
Yeah.
So
no, I have a few. Do I, Benji? I think I have a few that I pretty much admire. I can't think of. Okay, let me try to think. Yeah, but I want like females. Females that. Okay, I think Oprah. Okay, I wouldn't lie. I think Oprah is pretty great, in my opinion. And yeah, there's a few more. So how don't you have male role models in your roster? Okay, let me not say role models, because that's, let's say just some people you really admired, at least in terms of the technique of how they excelled in their craft, and they just happen to be males.
I'm I'm really trying to think.
Guys, this is sexist.
I'm
I hope,
really
I hope you guys see how sexist this is.
I'm really trying to think.
Wow.
But then I feel like if I do say Barack Obama, it's gonna be like, oh, because she said
Yeah,
Michelle Obama.
yeah,
But
yeah,
then I
yeah.
do also admire the work that he did.
Sure.
Some of the words that he has said. I don't want to be typical and go with Nelson Mandela, but
Yeah.
he has shared a lot of words of wisdom that you would resonate with as a leader.
Is that the only person you would say did that to you locally? Because I mean, like many times when we're talking role models, inspiration,
Yes.
it's usually like, you know,
Yeah,
overseas, abroad.
overseas.
Who would you say that is for you locally?
Locally, my dad.
Your
Yeah, I
dad.
have to say my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Benji felt that one too. So it's your dad and then that's it. That's the only male.
Yes.
Wow. I had a conversation with a friend of mine a few weeks ago who said to me, I think we were speaking about something along the very same lines of this.
Yes.
And they said to me that there's a particular thing we tend to ignore with our continent currently, which is the fact that our leadership has not been the best, but for the time being, I think it's fair to say there's an improvement that's coming on the way. There's an example of, you know, the Burkina Faso president, Mali, and etc. And I just wanted to know what your thoughts on the current state of leadership in our continent. I don't know if we should start with the country and then broaden it to the continent. What's your take on that? The leaders we have currently.
I think they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
It's not perfect.
They're gonna come for you. Don't lie.
Yeah, it's not perfect.
Don't
They're doing
lie.
a good job, I
Sure.
will admit.
Yeah.
There have been some improvements in Africa, but also regards to education, mostly in the primary level.
Yeah.
At least a good percentage of people know how to read and write,
Sure.
as young as we all are.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, they are the hindrance of corruption and
Yeah.
nepotism and all of that. So, but Africa is developing.
It is
Day.
for sure.
Yeah.
So I'll put it this way for you. This is from the top of my head just right now. If you know, as a leader, you're now given an opportunity to contribute to the improvement of the continent, but in a political manner.
Yes.
And I want to take it a bit much further than that. Say you're given a chance to run for presidency. Would you ever consider that?
I would.
You would.
I would.
You want to? So you want to run for president?
I would definitely run for president.
Wait. So you want to run for president and then go home to a husband who's leading you?
Yes. Why not?
As a president of the country. No, it's a question.
The thing is,
Yeah.
as a person, it really depends on the type of people you surround yourself with. So if I do ever run for presidency and I do get the presidency position, obviously my husband will be someone who understands that.
Sure.
Who's also someone who's quite powerful in their own aspect.
So hence you wouldn't mind to, like, you know. Well, now you said they have to be somebody powerful in their aspect. That means it can't be like me just trying to, you know, because I'm not powerful in my aspect. So it cannot possibly be me. It has to be somebody who's, let's say, probably in the government as well. Is that it?
Not really. Not really.
Not really.
It could be in the corporate world, you know.
Sure. It's a balanced thing. I see.
Balanced thing.
All right. Now I see you. There's Benji. What do you think? Any remarks? If you don't, then I'll just carry on from here. We're good to go. All right. So I don't know if I should ask this one. Am I allowed to ask this one?
I think let's hear it.
We should hear it. We're not trying to get ourselves cancelled. No, we fear getting cancelled. That's the thing. It's very risky, bro. So there's a very controversial argument that I've had also with somebody else in the past. You know, how do you think people would look at a president or a leader, so to say, you know, who is sexually driven in a very different manner from our usual ways? So let's say, for instance, a homosexual person gets to be in a position of power, and then now, as a leader, you've got to teach morality, so to say. You know, what do you think that does to the kids who are coming up, and how do you think they're going to digest somebody telling them from very early ages that it's okay to not be a man or a woman? You know, you just have to.
In honesty, I think it's
also, sorry to catch up, also because we're Christians. So you know the type of homes we come from. Yeah.
So I think it all begins at home,
where
we need to teach ourselves and the children growing up about all these type of topics, you know. And at the end of the day, those people are also people.
Yeah. So my uncle actually argues that teaching life orientation is not appropriate because of what the kids are taught.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so you're telling them things like, you see, Ben, you know what I'm talking about. So now they told things like you have to use a condom. This kid is like in grade 6, grade 7. Now they have to go find out what that is in the first place.
Yes.
You know, do you think that's right? Do you think that's fair to put in an education system in that level of their studies?
I think it's very fair.
You think it's very fair?
Because
She thinks it's very fair.
let me
We want to
tell
hear
you
this
why.
one, please.
Kids are very curious beings. So
Sure.
they probably already started thinking about these things, seeing them on the television, the internet, and reading about them. So putting something like life orientation as a course for them is very essential. So because it also teaches them how not to venture into such things yet.
Yeah, but you know, there's
and how
always
to
a
venture
back thought in your head where you're like,
yeah.
you know what? I'm being told this, but how about I just try, you know, like what if I just went the other way just to see like
It also
what's going on?
depends on the teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't, it depends on the teacher.
Yes.
Okay,
How
in what
they
way?
teach.
Okay, because now they're the leaders as well,
Yes,
speaking
they're
of
the
leadership.
leaders. So how they teach, not essentially what they did for us in schools where they used to scare us with all these videos and stuff, but like just
Which videos?
educate. You know, my high school had a whole assembly for how about this? What's this? Herpes, showing us
Wow, what
images
high
of
school is
herpes
that?
and stuff.
You should
And we were
expose
all
them
just
now
like,
on cam.
we're all just like, wow, okay, this is scary.
Because you
Then
guys are being
what?
shown these videos and then
Yeah,
you're like, you see, if you try,
if you try,
yeah,
this is what's going to happen to you. But I don't
wow,
think that's a proper way of educating
yeah.
children.
Would you ever assume leadership in terms of an educator, a teacher?
I would.
You would.
I would.
You love children? No.
No, wait,
No.
wait.
No.
I have a certain relationship with children. So
Okay, that's very
yeah.
not understandable.
No, it is.
That's very,
It is.
when it says not
Like,
convincing.
I'm not friends with children, but I am able to get along with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't want some for yourself?
Maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future. So you're one of those people that would like, I think one would do, you know. I'm just, I think one or two. And you're African. I think that's what makes you look like you're African.
Okay, one thing is that she wants the
Please just speak louder for the
the husband should be the leader.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So the husband should decide that, eh? Like what if the husband says 7 and you're like, maybe I think 1 would do.
I'd be able to convince him that 1 or 2.
You want to convince him?
Yes.
To get 1 and he's the leader and you want 7.
It's all about compromise. You're not
No
just going
ways.
to blindly lead me in a marriage.
No ways.
Yeah.
So leadership as a space for compromises.
Yes.
Okay, in what sense? Because sometimes I think we compromise in the wrong timing. It therefore leads us to compromise our values and core beliefs. Like if I begin something, for example, the channel, I set my beliefs and I said, this is what I'm going to portray, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Now, I don't care how many views you have, but if you're coming to me like, yo, let's shoot, and then I go through your content, if you happen to have some, and I don't see your why corresponding to my why, then I don't know no nice way to say this, but we're not going to shoot, you know? So, like, what do you think? Don't you think that when you say compromise,
yes,
it can be too extreme where you're not compromising even your core values?
At times I feel like with compromise, there is a halfway meet. You can meet a person halfway.
They can meet you with the kids halfway. So like 1, 2.
You see?
Yeah.
So like you can work on it. That's how compromise usually works.
We can always work on it.
We can always work
We can
on
always
it.
work on it. Now I hear you. So we're gonna do this to officially cut this off because I don't know why Benji's been enjoying this. But we're gonna do what we usually do with everybody who comes out here. And I know this is catching you off guard, but this is how it is for everybody else that comes on. I'm gonna ask you 4 quick questions and I need you to give me one-liners. Just one sentence answers to all the questions, right? Excuse my mic. Question number 1. If you had to define your purpose for the time being, what would you say that is?
For the time being, to prosper.
To prosper?
Yes.
In what way? With kids?
Leadership.
Or leadership?
Yes,
Sure.
leadership.
Yeah. No, we'll just question number 2. What is the best advice you've ever gotten to this day? If you had to pick out and select the advice that stood out the most for you to this day.
It would be that I need to get a clear head like level-headed, and make the best decisions for myself and everyone around me.
Sure. So that often helps you,
Yes.
assuming with, the hectic role of leadership all around there.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Third, what is the worst advice on the other side of the table that somebody has ever given you? Now that you think of it, you're like, yo, this is the worst advice I've ever gotten in my whole life.
I was once told I need to stop being nice to people. I think
Did you stop being nice to people?
I have certain.
You have certain people that you stop being nice to.
Yes.
That's okay. 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 You have certain people. So you took the advice.
Partially.
You partially took the advice. Okay. You're nice to Benji.
I am.
You are.
Yeah.
Benji. He doesn't think so. Lastly,
She seems nice.
what is this guy talking about? She seems nice. Lastly, if you, Usino, was given a chance to pass out a rule or a law that everyone else in the world will have to follow, what is that rule going to be?
That is a very difficult one.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, I see. I was waiting for that time where it would just get
one,
silent and it hit hard. Like, yeah, take your time, please.
Okay. One law.
One law that like everybody else, including myself, would have to abide by.
I would request for everyone to take at least 10 minutes of their time a day to perform a kind act towards another person.
That's hard. Benji would jump first for that. No, it's very difficult, certain people. Because particularly now that I think of it, I wonder what you would now do to those people that you said you stopped being nice to.
I would have to be
You would have to, just for 10 minutes.
Get to understand them.
Sure.
And why they are the way they are.
Your word. I'll take you on for it. We'll see if ever one day that happens.
Yeah.
I want to see that personally. But above everything, thank you so much for joining us. I believe we're going to have a lot more of these. If that works with you, of course. But this was amazing. I hope and I wish you prosperity, as you said, in everything else that you are going to get into from now on. We appreciated having you here and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much. Anything you want to say to the people, perhaps, before we end? Okay, let's do this. Since you're like since you are a leader, let's leave the people with a very quick advice for anybody else trying to assume leadership positions. For girls, I want you to talk to the young girls and just say whatever comes to your mind.
What about guys?
Young leaders. No, Benji, this is a sexist episode. She's gonna stick to the girls only.
It's not gonna be easy should you assume the role of leadership as a woman in this world. But I believe that as a young woman, you can create a lot more opportunities for other young women, and wish you all the best and prosperity.
All the best and prosperity. Sounds like a Michelle Obama line. Thank you so much. Until we see each other again, I'm going to keep on wishing and hoping that you change the amount of children you want to have. But so far, thank you so much. We're out.
Lights,
camera. But you didn't press now, you see?
I did press.
I appreciate you being, of course. BT.
Yes.
Not BTS, BTS.
So now say it again because I want you to follow the camera. No, I'm serious. Did you hear that? This is fun. Thank you. Let's wait for the job to happen. Thank you so much. We're gonna see you guys in the jobs. And,
I've never seen you as a SLF.
Seriously?
Like daily.
Benji, you fired after this.
I'm fine.
You keep looking for reasons to be fired. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I know even though you fired me, you still gonna
No, bro, she's like, bro, come on. What did you do? But I feel gonna be saying that.